Hello, beautiful Cancers. Welcome to my channel, The Intuitive Teacup. That is me. Hope this video finds you well. If you are tuning in, that means you likely resonate with Cancer in some capacity. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross watchers are welcome. All are welcome here at The Intuitive Teacup. We are going to do your monthly March tarot reading. So general messages is what I'm spinning out for you. Sometimes it's career, sometimes it's love, sometimes it's both. It's up to you guys to come into this reading with an open heart and an open mind, knowing that very likely not every message will be yours. Pieces and parts of this will very likely resonate for you. And if all of it does, that's great. Take it and run with it. But it is up to you guys to discern what messages are helpful to you, what messages you can take and run with versus the ones you can drop, release, let them go, leave them behind. Have faith that those messages are for someone else who needs to hear them. General messages. Everything else about this video is going to be in the description box below. That's going to include the decks I'm using here today, as well as my social media. You all know I'm the Intuitive Teacup on Facebook and Instagram, as well as .com. Check me out if you want to learn more about me, about my tarot journey, or if you just want to connect on another social media platform. There are many of them out there. But if not, I'm happy just to have you here. What else do you need to know? Happy Pisces season. We're in that nice, beautiful water energy. So a good time to tap into your intuitions. Your psychic abilities will be more on point in the coming weeks. So yeah, love should be in the air, right? All right, for my Cancer squad, what they need to know roughly for the month of March. Energy is free flowing. Don't put a fixed start and end date on this reading. Take the messages as they come and be willing to sit with those messages for a bit. You don't need to force them to fit right now. Very frequently, in a few days, hours, weeks, whatever, something might click for you. And then again, that's your message. Take it and run with it. All right, one more deck for my Cancers and we will hop in. Cancer squad. 1, 2, 3. All right, one more card from my Cancers. Mad love for the Cancers. I got lots of Cancer in my chart. Lots and lots. All right, boom. Wow, Cancers, you got messages. Okay, let's hop in. Interesting. Bottom of your deck is the Moon and the Tower and the 10 of Swords. Interesting, Cancer. Like, let's just be real. What the hell is going on? 8 of Cups. So some of you might be moving on from a Pisces or in Pisces season. You may be having some sort of change of heart where you realize you've been settling, potentially for a Gemini, though it doesn't have to be, or that you've been like settling or upholding some sort of false relationship that your heart wasn't invested in it, but you were keeping it as an option. It almost feels like you're bringing the tower down and you decide to invest more time in yourself, but also authentic relationships with other people. I'm not necessarily, I'm not sensing hermit mode. So for those who are like, ugh, it doesn't feel like that because you have 3 of Cups coming up underneath the Tower. It's not the underlying energy for that unless you were dealing with a third party situation. That might be coming to a halting screech or a halting stop, however you want to say it. But what it is you decide to take a different path with it. So I don't know why it's presenting this way, but it seems like you bring the halt, you bring the stop, it's like you set it on fire and burn it down because you're not investing your time into building this structure anymore. You've realized it was never something stable, it was never something lasting. Emotionally, it just wasn't what you wanted, it wasn't providing you with what you needed. And this may all have to do with work, this may all have to do with a job situation. Yeah, you have some sort of judgment to go forward and potentially invest in a business for yourself or again, a relationship. It could go either way. You do have a divine pairing on the board. You go from the Emperor to some sort of judgment about the Empress or vice versa, if that makes sense. And even what's between them is like the Crown, the Judgment. That's a very, and under that is 3 of Cups. So you may be headed towards someone from your past that it's almost like you always thought they were the one, but it didn't work out. I don't know. There may be something about circling back to give it life again, to almost like in metaphor, give the fire oxygen to restoke the passion. Could absolutely be a friendship. It could absolutely be a business opportunity that you dabbled in but severed ways with. With Judgment coming back, there's a calling back to the past. It's like the waking of the dead to finally put it to rest once and for all, to make peace with the past, or for some of you to reconnect with like what you were always destined to connect with, to build your world together. Again, relationship or career-wise, it is a very similar message. Because I will say, whatever you're at now, Cancer, that's not where the story ends. There's a lot more to be revealed. There's a lot more knowledge and understanding to be gained. And it does have to do with valuing yourself, with making sure that you are at the center of your universe. In Aquarius, there was some sort of situation that sort of tested your ability to have faith and hope in something greater. And it seems like, pardon the cheesy metaphor, but in Pisces season, it starts to swim in for you. So in Aquarius season, you may have been spending a lot of time alone or healing from a tower moment that already took place. It could be in Aquarius season, you had to make a head over heart decision to kind of silence something, to cut it, to disconnect from it, potentially once and for all. But what's really cool about it is that when you do, and just to be very real, what you're leaving behind, you don't need it. It may have been a passionate relationship, but there was no substance to it. It may have been a job that paid you a lot, but you weren't happy there. It's very much what you're going towards is the world, the sun, the Empress, and the Nine of Cups. And the Three of Cups twice. Yeah, and the world and the star. So yeah, it's like you're becoming the star player in your life again. You're becoming the key focus. And it's something about because you've raised your vibration, because you're valuing yourself more, you're placing your importance on the right things in your life, the right people, you, Cancer. That yields very positive results. If nothing else, you're going to have fun in Pisces seasons, particularly if you are friends with other water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. If you're looking to date or flirt with another person, I'm not even going to ascribe a zodiac sign to it. It feels like with that, if you go in with a blank page, a clean slate of wanting to get back into a relationship or again, a new workplace without mental baggage of the past, make sure with Judgment coming up, you close out that cycle fully, right? Judgment to the world. You have them both here. Make sure you've done the healing work, rebuilding of your mind, body, spirit, your health, your body, so that when that cycle kind of closes out of your life and you're ready to embrace the new, make sure you're not still holding on to ghosts of the past, right? Nine of Swords, things keeping you up in the middle of the night, unsettled mental baggage, things that keep calling you back to ultimately it's thoughts that don't serve you, negative thoughts, contradictory thoughts or limiting beliefs, that type of deal. Make sure you're done with those once and for all and that you're ready to welcome that new spark, that new flame in your life. A lot of you, it does seem like you're looking for love. This is sort of swaying in that direction, or a career in which you are very passionate about. It lights your fire, right? Like the Doors song, "Come on, baby, light my fire." All right, well, let's see. Let's see who's lighting your fire. Maybe it's going to be a Leo, quite possibly. You have really great cards, very strong cards, Cancer. You do have the Three of Cups twice. That is your card. It's a card about reunions. It's a card of celebration. Now that I told you that, I can't find it. Where's your other Three of Cups? Two of Wands, Three of Cups. There it is. I was going to say, you had it twice. Interesting depictions of it. So some of you, I don't know why, third-party situations. The thing is, I don't think it would be shocking to you. Some of you might just be playing the field and dating around or, sleeping around, whatever, Cancer. There's no judgment here. Where there was once anarchy and unrest of trying to fill multiple cups or trying to keep your options open, it does seem like you go from 3 to actually settling on the 2. You do find a person that meets or matches or mirrors your goals, your beliefs, your thoughts, your ideas in the workplace or in love. I think you become more exclusive or more committed to one option, if that makes any sense. Some of you may have multiple offers in terms of jobs. You're going to go with the one that makes you more happy with all this water energy. It's the one that fills your cup, the one that offers you, like emotional stability. And again, there may be a difference in pay, but that's not for all of you. In fact, for some of you, the one that makes you the happiest is actually going to be... it's going to be the most fruitful. But with the judge, it's funny, with the Judgment and then the Emperor and the Empress, the way it came out between, that's sort of what I'm saying about either options, Two of Wands, or exclusivity. Who are you going to devote your time, your love, your energy to? So just to throw out some signs, Emperor is a card of Aries. So that could be one option, and then your other one could be a Taurus or a Libra. Again, that's not for everybody, but even in terms of your coworkers, the person who's hiring you, those zodiac signs may have to do with this choice you're making. that could be strong in your chart as well. Emperor and Empress, though, damn, Cancer. Yeah, if you're thinking of starting a new business or entering a new workplace, starting a side hustle, I would do it. You have very strong cards for career as well. And you do have strong cards for emotional fulfillment, but it's very early on. It's Three of Cups that eventually, in time, could be your Knight of Cups. It could be your Sun. I just heard the Sun will come out tomorrow in Annie. Yeah. I get messages through music a lot. This came up, and what is that Fleetwood Mac song? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. I don't know if any Fleetwood Mac fans up in the house, up in the teacup, but something about that, wanting to give and I think that has to do with letting someone go. Someone you tried to offer your warmth, your love, you tried to offer them your world, but, how can I when you won't take it from me? This person wasn't ready to take your love. This person was not in a place in their life where they could receive, probably because they didn't love themselves. When they looked in the mirror, they didn't like what they saw. In Cancer, they saw you as too pure or almost untouchable, and that they didn't want to taint you. They didn't want to bring their baggage they didn't want to bring their difficult energy into a relationship and rock you. They didn't want to be the unstable person in your life that threw off your balance. What an interesting message. It may have to do with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, particularly a Leo. If you tried to give your heart or your love to a Leo, and at one point in time, this could be your judgment person, the person of the past that's calling back, or vice versa. If you tried to give your heart to a Leo and they weren't in a place to take it, there might be something about full circle. Whether you still want to be with them or not, there may be an opportunity where you guys kind of stand toe to toe and get really real with each other about what happened. And again, revival with Three of Cups, sure, but at minimum, judgment, making peace with the past, closing the book, right, once and for all. Very cool. Yeah, some strong vibes about a Leo, a twin flame who is a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. Yeah, calling back to the past. So don't let it shake you. Don't let it screw up what you've already built, what you've already accomplished in your life. Yeah, because when that six of Cups, the past, nostalgia, young, innocent romance, I'm getting the impression it was quickly tainted. Something happened. And when memories come up, it is a trigger for you. So make sure you don't let this become your tower moment. When that person from the past texts you or calls you, or just there's a resurgence of memories about what you went through with that person because you're in a new relationship, whatever. Don't let that be your tower moment. Make sure you have dealt with it peacefully so that you are unshakable. You are unstoppable, like the Foxy Shazam song. Great song. All right, let's hop into your actual reading. I was getting messages for you like crazy, Cancer. So yeah, you have Eight of Cups twice. Moving on. Look at that. Some of you need to go hang out at the ocean or the beach. Hang out near water, right? That's always a very calm, chill, relaxing place for Cancers. So moving on, then you have Eight of Wands, Two of Cups, and you have Three of Cups again. Yeah, Cancer, you're going to go out and be social during Pisces season. And it feels good. It feels like whether you're searching for romance or just kind of getting out of your head to go enjoy life, it feels like that's going to be a healthy avenue for you to, go grab a coffee with friends, go out, do this, do that, whatever it is for you, book club, gardening club. I don't know what you do, Cancer, but whatever it is, go out and hang out with the people you love. With Two of Cups, there's opportunity for new romance there. And when it comes in, it's going to come in very quickly. I heard biting. Nibbling? I don't know what that's about. No, but biting as in it comes, I almost said with a vengeance. And so that does feel like something from the past for those who have a Sagittarius that they were dealing with or another Cancer. Something about the past. It comes on in a time that be careful with this because I don't do fear-based readings. This callback to the past of something that caused you great pain and agony, emotionally, of course. It comes back at a time that is inconvenient for you because it's at a time where you finally decided, that's it, I'm done with it, new love, I'm putting myself back out there. But then then that person somehow comes into your life, even if it's just in memory, and it's just like, oh my God, I thought I was done with this, and now I'm being kind of like put in that awkward position because for some of you, this didn't end in a way that was absolute tragedy and that you couldn't repair the relationship. I think for a lot of you, this ended in a way where it was very like, to think what could have been if we could have just figured that one element out. Like, it's like Emperor and Empress, like we could have built the empire together. We really could have like solved this. We could have done something with it. But this is a very interesting message. It may come at a time where you've decided to be exclusive with someone else, and then that person in metaphor comes knocking on your door and you're just like, really? Like, of all times, I've been waiting for you for a year and now you, like, so be careful, Cancer. Be very careful with that. Let's start a card on that. So what is this person's intentions from the past? I do keep wanting to go in that direction. It could also be with a Pisces. This person from the past, what is that all about? What is their intention? Should Cancer pay it any mind or move on? You do have the card of moving on, so that kind of says everything we need to know, but let's just check. What are the intentions here? You're moving on, though, at lightning speed. I think what you're going towards, yeah, you're excited about. I don't think you're going to give this person much, like, the time of day, to be quite honest. What you're headed towards is opening up a world, the new world, building a world with this new person that maybe you're dating, or maybe you've been together a year, a few months. It feels new, but when you go out, you guys have fun together. And again, please, if you're not looking for love readings, I'm sorry, I'm only reading the messages as they're delivered to me. This could relate in terms of your career or a friendship or an issue with your family, right? Not everything is absolutely literal. Take the energy and apply it to your life if it fits, okay? So let's look at your challenge or your focus. Success and growth. The Devil. All right, so some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. The Queen of Wands, which is a card of Aries, and the Fool, Aquarian, and Aries energy there. Yeah, so starting anew, starting again, starting over. You're wiser this time. You've learned something. Because you have the World coming up twice, you've been essentially on quite an adventure. It's been quite a trip, hasn't it, Cancer? It hasn't all been sunshine and rainbows. It's been difficult. It's been challenging. It's forced you to step up and really kind of look deep within yourself and make changes and recognize the parts that you don't love, and again, improve, work upon them, reset your scale, balance your mind, body, and spirit. There is something that is trying to keep you stuck because it is like the safety zone, or I think I said something similar to Scorpio. The idea of a wildly successful relationship or business opportunity or whatever it is, there's something about that seems so unattainable, it sort of scares you. When you look at yourself, you don't see the full potential, but goodness, Cancer, with Emperor and Empress, you have all the potential in the world for whatever this stands for, career, relationship, whatever. You're sitting on huge potential, but with the Devil coming up, there's some sort of darkness inside you, internal thoughts or feelings that keep you in a state of lack. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I'm better off here. I don't deserve that. And a lot of times those thoughts don't make sense when we say them out loud, but it's something you've been so programmed or almost brainwashed to believe about yourself that when opportunity knocks, there's a tendency for you to be very shy. And it does come from a place of trying to be practical, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's almost like in order to achieve and succeed in whatever you're trying to accomplish, there needs to be some sort of leap of faith. There needs to be some sort of ability to be like, okay, let's try it. I've never done it before, like Queen of Wands style, Queen of Confidence, right? She's very sexy. She kind of commands the room, but she's work hard, play hard. So there's actually a really beautiful balance there. And she is the witch of the deck. So for better or worse, the Cancer, it does sort of seem like this is the energy. Spirit is trying to get you to be a little bit more devil may care. That's interesting. But a little bit more rebellious, a little bit more, that's not the right word for it, but risk taker, especially when it does have to do with your career, success and growth. There may be some sort of untapped avenue or opportunity that it's right there in front of you. You just kind of have to take the leap and try it. What's kind of cool about this metaphor too is if you were to jump off the ledge and take some sort of leap of faith, right? Try something that sort of scares you. What's going to catch your fall is that ocean water. It's water, Cancer, like your elemental. In metaphor, this is saying to me, when you fall, it's like universe will like sweep you up in a wave and pick you back up. Whatever you're going after, you're trying to get away from the devil. Even if this does represent a Capricorn, and no shade, Capricorn doesn't always have to fit like the toxic behavior type card, but you're looking away from that. It's like by looking into the future, you're looking at like your Nine of Cups. your wish fulfillment, your destiny, everything you want, you need to turn your back on the devil. And maybe it is a Capricorn, but for most of you, it's toxic behaviors. It could be alcoholism. It could be staying in an abusive relationship. It could be just a lack mentality of not seeing yourself as the Empress, as the Emperor. If you look ahead, if you look optimistically, if you take some sort of leap of faith that the universe has got you, whatever you're hoping to accomplish, as long as you have the drive and the passion to do it, the universe wants you to succeed. It does involve taking some sort of leap of faith, though. And that is your challenge or focus. Why is the devil coming up here for Cancer? Some of you are, and okay, this may, if you're going back to a Capricorn or you dated a Capricorn in the past and they reach out to you, that could hinder the success of your business taking off if you're to fall back again on what is familiar. A comfort zone. Well, I knew them before. We dated for 2 years. It's like the false comfort zone. Again, you're being kept in the dark, the devil. And you did have the tower as well as the star. So this is sort of aligning in a couple different ways it could go. But this devil to me seems like a huge cautionary thing. It could be a fire sign that reaches out to you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And it's not that they're a bad person, but you guys together, there was some sort of codependency, some sort of addictive relationship, but it wasn't the healthiest dynamic. Something about it kept you from growing. Now, that being said, you guys need to use your own logic and judgment and intuition. If years have gone by and this person comes up, it's not saying you can't be with them or try it again, but have you learned the lessons? That's sort of what this is saying too. If you both have achieved major success and major growth in your personal life, and you want to try it at this place of business again, with that same boss, with that same girlfriend or boyfriend, especially if they're, again, something coming from the past, there's something about it that you are very nostalgic about. There's something about it that the idea of it feels like it could really... The idea of it feels like you want to give it another try, and there's nothing wrong with that, but make sure that it is not hindering your growth as a person, as a human being, and in your career. I was looking for your Six of Cups and I couldn't find it because, yes, some of you do believe that this is a soulmate. You believe that your person of the past is the one you were supposed to be with, but it got derailed somehow. It may also have had to do with the fact that that person was unavailable at the time that you met them, likely because they were married or they had family issues going on. Maybe they had a child they were taking care of. Maybe they were going through a divorce. Maybe they were just flat out married or very invested in a business where it just pulled them away a lot. If that circumstance has changed, then again, there's wild potential for things to take off in a new direction. But I will say you've changed significantly as a person, so don't go back to who you used to be just to cater to this person. You need to keep moving on. You need to keep moving forward. It doesn't mean they can't walk beside you, but there's no turning back. As I said, you've turned your back on the devil. You're not about to turn around anymore. Like if they can keep up with you and again, look positively optimistic to the future with you, you're burning bright. Like you are the star, Cancer. So yeah, something about don't make their world... Or be careful who you let into your world. If they're not coming in with good intentions for your best and highest good, yeah, it's not your story anymore. You don't need to relive the past over and over and over. The world is coming up saying it's a brand new day. It's a brand new cycle. The sun will come out tomorrow. Well, the sun's here, baby, and it feels real good. And you know who doesn't want you to have the sun, generally speaking, is the devil, right? The devil keeps us in the dark. Yeah, this is someone from the past who's spying on you. They're looking at you and realizing in some capacity, whether you think it or not, Cancer, you are successful. This person sees you as a very bright light. They see you as incredibly warm. They see you as a beautiful source of energy and light, and they want to be around you. They may also view you as the wish and the dream and the goal. But again, something is sort of funny here about the energy. So they may try and come in and offer you some sort of communication, but even so, hold on, I'll clarify it. If this person were to come in with communication, would it be anything Cancer would consider? Yeah, you would be indecisive at best whether to even acknowledge this person's communication. It's interesting though, it came out with this. this to me is like either someone who's married and has, living their best life, but it came out down. So it's almost like it doesn't want to be seen yet. And maybe that has to do with the fact if they're not offering you the world, right? If they're not offering you long-term stability, commitment, legacy with this card, right? You're like, I don't know what to do with this, especially if you already have a person in your life. Again, I just keep wanting to say this person comes into your life at a time that is really inconvenient. It's like either you're really invested in your work and your life, and if that's the case, keep doing that, Cancer. That's how you got to be as strong and as like awesome and badass as you are, right? Throwing yourself into things that matter, making your world the center of your universe, right? Yeah, when this person comes in, it may cause a little bit of turbulent emotion. So again, word to the wise, be careful of that. Don't let this person trigger you. It's not that they're coming in with bad intentions, but it's almost like they have a sense of wanting to communicate with you, but maybe they don't know how it's going to land. They don't know if they'll be accepted or not. And so, yeah, I would say unless they're offering you like, the jackpot in love or the jackpot in business, know your value, know your worth. If they're offering you 2 cents and you're the fucking $100 bill, in metaphor, I'm not sure how much you're going to consider this person. I'm just going to put that out there. All right, so what is the help available to my Cancers? I just want to underscore, their intentions aren't bad, but they're not the $1 million deal. Yeah, it's meh. It's going to be a little bit different for everybody, but they're not coming in with like the end all be all offer. So the help available to you, daydreams and decisions. This speaks to me about holding out for the right person, and there's nothing wrong with you guys dating around, the idea of, kissing a few frogs before you meet your prince. It's okay to daydream about what it is that you really want, especially in Pisces season. That's a great time to do it. It is a little bit about not taking so many action as it is going sort of tapping into your subconscious, your dreamscape, your wishes coming true, right? For them to come true, for you to manifest them, you need to know what they are, right? So spend some time, in your dreams, in meditation, writing a dream journal, poetry, lyrics, however you kind of channel some sort of creativity or an ability to go within and kind of tap into what it is that you're dreaming about and desiring. Maybe it is a relationship, but that's fine. But if that's the case, if this is the relationship being offered to you where you're indecisive at best, is that what you're dreaming of? You don't have to settle for it if it's not. There are going to be other offers out there for you. Universe wants you to find someone who is in alignment with your goals and desires, right? Within reason, right? Again, you have to be the baddest, like a badass version of yourself to find someone who matches or meets your cup. But they're out there, they're coming in your energy. You might already know them. They maybe already be in your social network or your network of people. Ace of Swords, yeah. Using your intelligence, though, too, knowing when to cut it, knowing when to defend and protect your energy, and also knowing when to sort of ward people off, right? The sword is a weapon as well. So just because someone comes knocking on your door saying, hey, Cancer, remember me? Remember how good things used to be? That in itself is a little bit emotionally manipulative because this person knows that I just kind of get that they burned you in the past. So the quickest way into a Cancer or to a Cancer is through their heart, essentially, is what I'm trying to say in a not very eloquent way. Don't be susceptible to like emotional manipulation. You can keep them at an arm's distance. You can keep them at an arm's length. You don't need to embrace them immediately just because you shared something special with them in the past. This is saying to me, protect yourself. Don't settle. Be true to what it is that you really want long term. Yeah, it's almost like there two offers come in. It may even be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, from the past, or potentially a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I just heard go with the Scorpio. And there's no bias there. It's because the Death card came up. So if that's the case, again, I'm not advocating going back to someone who you had a tumultuous relationship with. If you really love them and they're offering you a communication that is, the emotions are there, this could even represent an apology. Yeah, it's something like it's not dead yet. There's something that can still be gained. There's something still beneficial from ultimately, as I said earlier with Judgment, waking the dead, making peace with the past. It will be helpful to you because you no longer will have to carry around that mental baggage of that one who got away or the person that could have been. But again, there's something about the balance of, yes, if you're open to communicating with them and closing it up once and for all, cool, do that. But don't let it, I just keep wanting to say, don't let your heart get the best of you. Don't let your your heart command the situation versus using your logic and your intelligence and remembering all the difficulties that this person did cause you. You know, the card of moving on, fast, swift, rapid action, moving on towards the future with the Fool, new cycles, new beginnings. That is very much coming up for a reason. This person may try and suck you back into the past because you're a sucker for nostalgia, Cancer, aren't you? There's an element of this that is very hopeless romantic, especially if you're dealing with a Pisces. Be strong. Remember what it is that you are hoping to accomplish in this life, and in the moment now, your everyday goals and achievements that you want to accomplish. Whether you're the Emperor or the Empress, you're probably not going to consider an offer made by a page. There's an unequal power dynamic here. These could represent multiple suitors coming to you, again, with offers, but they're not knights. They're not even queens. They're not even kings. You're higher than all of those. You're the Emperor, Empress, right? That could be like a duality in your chart. If you're obviously a water sun, you may have like a fire moon or something like that. I don't know why that's coming through. Anyway. Yeah. The help available to you is making peace with the past, but not jumping at the first offer that comes. Make sure you proceed with caution. It's okay to discuss things from the past, but there is sort of with this, it's like drawing a line in the sand. Make sure you don't get used the way you have in the past. Make sure you haven't been the one trying to save the day and do all the work. Your person needs to meet you halfway. It's like you guys need to be vibing on the same level, Emperor and Empress. If you have one of those signs coming in and again, you guys match in a way, that's a good thing to pursue. This person maybe from the past may be coming back once and for all so that you can finally deal with it in a healthy way. And I do want to say for most of you, I think you're going to choose to move on. For those of you who are entertaining a new person in your life, if they are Aries or Scorpio, that's looking real good. I think you're going to end up building with them or at least dating them, seeing where things go. All right, final advice or guidance. Yeah, love is in the air for you, so don't give up. Don't jump at the first offer that comes your way. Again, date around. Try on a few people, see how they fit in your life, because if they are impeding your ability to go out and kick ass every day at work, in the workplace, and in whatever, even something as silly as like your exercise routine, the right person should not interfere with that. That is part of your life, and you should be protective of your schedule and your energy. It's okay to make compromises on things in the long term, but if this person is new, don't drop your entire day just because they invited you out. Again, it's about valuing yourself, building your world, building your empire for you, Cancer. Do it for you. Do it for Johnny. Just kidding. Don't do it for Johnny. Don't do it for Johnny. He's not worth it. You guys are like, who the fuck is Johnny? That's from The Outsiders. It's a great movie. Matt Dillon. Do it for Johnny. I think it's Ralph Macchio. Anyway, moving on. Those names might actually mean something to some people out there. Matt, Johnny, Ralph. Sounds like a good country western song. All right, moving on. All right, help available to my Cancer. All right, yeah, wait for your soulmate. Wait for the one who feels right. Wait for the one who lights your fire. Wait for the person who helps bring you out of darkness, not the one who tries to draw you back in, right? That part of yourself that still struggles with codependency or toxic relationships, there's some sort of test where it's someone from the past sort of tries to draw you back into that old version of yourself. That's not you, Cancer. You've started a new chapter. Wait for the $1 million offer. Wait till you find that person who lights your fire, who they help pull you out of your darkness and your sadness. They're your cheerleader. They're the one encouraging you to go out and kick ass at your job. They're the one encouraging you to stick to your dieting or your exercise routine. You're like, they help support the life and the life that you want to build for yourself. They don't try and interfere and fuck it up. Yeah, they're like your work buddy, and some of you may work with your new romantic suitor. They try and build you up. They are a good team member, a good collaborator. Ultimately, Two of Cups is a partnership, right? So this is the card of teamwork and partnership and of, upward mobility, building the structure upward, erecting the structure together. It's like hard work, but you're willing to meet each other on the same level because you have similar goals. Not just in terms of career, though maybe. This could be someone that you form a business partnership with, but it could also lead to romance. To long-term, like family type stuff, right? If it's business or collaborative in any means, it seems like you guys have like $1 million idea that, if you work together on it and kind of build it from the ground up, it has a huge chance, a huge possibility for success. But you have to understand that leaving something behind that was never solid, leaving something behind that it was destined to fail, right? But with that failure came huge, important, impactful lessons on yourself, on your journey. It aligns you from the darkness to find your North Star, your guiding light to move forward towards your wishes, towards your dreams, towards your destiny, towards your soulmate, right? The person you were meant to be with versus the people you were meant to interact with and learn valuable lessons from. Then you have 10 of Cups. Cancer, stop it. So all of y'all at home, right, who are single or going through a divorce or going through this, and you're like, I'll never find love again. Spirit says that ain't true. Love abounds, the Four of Wands, the soulmate card, at minimum a solid foundation that can promote growth, upward mobility, right, movement forward, into the future. 10 of Cups. The Cinderella story, the fairy tale ending, all your wishes and dreams, your 9 of Cups, which in Pisces season you are thinking about, you are dreaming about, you're manifesting them, understanding what they really are. When you get that in alignment, Spirit wants to deliver that to you. Your fairy tale ending, whether that involves a partner or not, whether that's just you living your best life with your cat, by your fireplace, drinking wine, if that's your 10 of Cups, do it, Cancer. It's coming together for you. And yeah, there is something about this, very much in tarot, I'm a big promoter of action, take forward, make it happen. Some of you are at some sort of crossroads, and I do think it has to do with people in your life. I have to be honest, career or romantic. You're at a crossroads, and this is actually saying, take it slow. Think about it. You don't need to act on impulse. You don't need to rush over to that person's house at midnight because they called you crying on the phone. Kind of waiting for your ships to come in, knowing that slowly but surely, as you make slow progress, right? Things are going to come into you when they're supposed to, but as the Hermit, you don't need to actively be chasing or pursuing anyone if it doesn't feel authentic to yourself. This is like seeking advice internally. It's like you are your own guide. It's like not coming out. You are your own internal guidance, mentor. You and Spirit, you like one-on-one. It's like Hermit, the spiritual path, the spiritual journey. Both these cards are just very zen, very cool, just like organic. Let it come in naturally. Some of you guys are opening some sort of like organic food store or coffee shop or even something with working with animals. If any of that has to do with your career, pursue that. It's looking real good. But yeah, there shouldn't be any person in your life that's causing chaos in the waters. The way this card does, something comes back in your life from the past and it's a trigger. Even if it's not romantic, it could be something like a tumultuous relationship you have with a parent or a sibling. It comes up and it does sort of test you a little bit. It does sort of rock the boat. But Spirit is saying, like, you got this. This is not the first toxic person in your life you've had to deal with. Like, it's almost like take it in, but then breathe it all out. It's up to you how you want to move forward with this offer or with this discussion or with this opportunity. You don't need to make a rushed decision. And this is saying to me, especially in Pisces season, psychic abilities, intuition, if it's not in alignment with like your light, with your love, it's probably not worth thinking about. I think you guys are in one of the better places you will be in Pisces season because you are thinking larger scale. I think you've recognized things that were holding you back, devil type energy, and you're in the process or already have let it go very much. But again, when you get that metaphoric knock on your door or text on your phone, does it promote love? Does it promote self-love? Are you moving down a path that is spiritually guided for your best and highest good? Or are you walking down this path because someone is triggering your emotions from the past? And like it's like the devil in disguise. It's a devil in a blue dress. All right, Cancer, that's what I got for you. Let me throw a couple of these down. Any cards that want to come out in Cancer's reading? For my Cancer gang, my beautiful Cancers. Sea Melody cards. My best friend gave me these. All right. Anchor, keep yourself grounded. Very much so with these. That's sort of what this reminds me of. Be real chill. Be real cool. You don't got to move your anchor or your boat for just anyone. Explore. Maps show what has already been discovered. Go another way. And that reminds me of You Can Go Your Own Way, right? We were singing that with the Stevie Nicks Fleetwood Mac thing. Baby, I'd give you my world. How can I when you won't take it from me? That's what this was. Exploration. There's a door to the past and there's a door to the future. You get to decide, Cancer, but this is encouraging you, door to the future. Last but not least, patience. The tide will come in when it is ready. And yeah, that's what I was saying here too. It should all happen organically. It shouldn't be this anarchy or chaos or this difficult thing that you're trying to, get up and off the ground. If it's meant to be patient, but it shouldn't be tremendously difficult. It should happen with ease. You know you're with someone good when they're putting in the same amount of effort and energy and love that you are. All right, Cancer. That's what I got for you. Please like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if this resonates for you, and I will see you very soon for more tarot.